Welcome to my YouTube channel, and please subscribe and click the notification button so that you don't miss updates. Thank you.
Good evening, house. My name is Pastor Peter Johel for God. Please, I found it necessary to talk to us this evening on this platform. Many of us has been chatting me, asking me about the disbursement. How far is the disbursement? Are you sure this disbursement will take place? What is happening? Please, I want to let us know that disbursement is already at hand. Nothing is holding this disbursement now except the two parties that are reconciling. And after this reconciliation, they will do the needful. Government is not the one delaying. Now, disbursement is in the court of Apostle Ken Wakama and the all grand pressure groups. They are only reconciling the little differences between both of them, which God is in control and things are working as expected. So if they are done with this, by the special grace of God, the next thing is disbursement. That is why all the NGOs are doing all they could do to get their houses ready. And for people that are asking me about these NGOs that are coming up now, many of these NGOs before does not have up to 500 clusters. You could hear from one of the V-note of Madam Jennifer some time ago, last year, when he said that there are some NGOs that she is busy adding bundles to. That some of the NGOs doesn't have up to 200, some apply for 200, some 100, some below that amount, and she's giving them additional bundles from the NGOs that are not qualified, and from the NGOs that could not meet up, and from the NGOs that ran away with people's money. So definitely there are a lot of NGOs that doesn't have up to 500 clusters. And if UAG gives them one cluster to disburse of 700 names or 1,000 names, what will they do? They will look for people around them. They look for sponsors around them. UAG does not recognize cluster head or sponsors. It is NGO that recognizes sponsors and cluster heads. People are telling me, saying UAG do they recognize this and that? UAG does not have any business with cluster heads. UAG does not have any business with sponsors. It is NGOs that have business with cluster heads and the sponsors. A sponsor is indirectly a cluster head. A sponsor does not submit physical 1,000 name, but he's a cluster head, a principal director. So UAG mandated every NGO to disburse to people around them, people they know, not ghost beneficiaries, people they know. And people we know are the people that paid money to the NGO. Those are the people we know. The cluster heads and the sponsors, they are the people that paid money to the NGO. Those are the people that we know. And after disbursement, every NGO will present disbursement, the proof of disbursement. If it is one ledger that we will finally receive, every NGO receives, that means every NGO will present that one ledger, proof of that disbursement for that one ledger. If it is two bundles that is given to every NGO, we heard a few days ago from Ostaz Daoud, he said every NGO will receive one bundle, one or two. If 3 or 4, that means the NGO has a special commitment with UAG. That means that NGO has supported extraordinary and contributed a lot to the to UAG before you can get up to 3 or 4 clusters. That means we are sure of one. Every NGO is sure of one cluster. And if you did not apply for 1,000 names, 1,000 clusters before, you apply for maybe 300 clusters, and now you will be given one. That means you need 700 names to put in that ledger. And if you pick all your 300 cluster heads that you apply for, you will be left with 400. That is why many NGOs are scrambling for sponsors, not collecting physical bundles, because those 1,000 names are going nowhere. They have been cancelled. Every 1,000 name we all submitted as cluster heads, as clusters, they are going nowhere. It is only we cluster heads, only cluster heads and sponsors that will receive money. I don't need to be repeating that every day again. We are sure, we know that even all the grand pressure group that are going to disburse this money with Ken Wakama, they said it also, that the beneficiaries we know now are the people that around the NGO, and people around the NGOs are cluster heads and sponsors. We don't know this 1,000 name people submitted to me. I don't know them. NGO doesn't know them. Whom we know are the cluster heads and the sponsors, and definitely by the special grace of God they will all receive money. And every NGO has the power and authority to replace any ghost registration, even in the day of disbursement. 2 minutes even to disbursement, an NGO has the power to remove any fake name there, a ghost registration or any deceased person that is no more alive. NGO has power to remove that name and replace with another name. So NGOs can work until the day of disbursement and still be working until disbursement inside the bank. So you can't say that NGOs are still registering. There are some NGOs up to now, they don't have even 700 names as cluster heads or sponsors in their list. Do you think it is easy to have big platform like my own? It's not easy. There are NGOs that doesn't even have a WhatsApp platform that has up to 200 people. No, there are NGOs that doesn't have population. They just heard of UAG registration. They just jump in. They don't know anybody. Some of them some register with 50 clusters and they are qualified. They went for screening, 50 clusters. Then if UAG give them one cluster to disburse with 700 names inside or 1,000 names inside, what will they do? They can't just put 50. If they put 50 names there, they will return the remaining money to UAG. Therefore, they will scramble. That is why they are coming to me. They don't have big platform like me. They can't get sponsors anywhere. They have to come to me. They have to come to Engineer Henry Ojabo. So all this registration you are seeing here are from genuine NGOs. All the name will be placed on this platform during the day of disbursement, so that you will know where you are expecting a lot from. All the NGOs that registered, that came for help through me on this platform, all their names will be placed on this platform during disbursement, so that you will be, any alert you get, you will look and say, okay, it's from this through Bishop platform, is from this NGO, it's from this NGO. So let's rest assured that this disbursement will take place by the special grace of God. People we are looking onto this week, I told some of us that remove your eyes from this week. I told some of us, remove your eyes from this week, and finally this week is gone. I told many of us that start looking from next week. From next week, disbursement is sure by the special grace of God. Next week on, going on forth within this month. So every registration you see here, if you have the opportunity, please dive into it. Dive into it, because we know now that no beneficiary will receive more than 1 million. I don't think, from what we heard, none of us. And if you are in some NGOs, apart from these ones we have registered here, if you are in any NGO that they have more than 2,000 beneficiaries as cluster heads, That means your money will not be up to 1 million naira. But these recent NGOs that are coming up here asking for help, these genuine NGOs that did registration screening at Abuja, confirm many of them don't have those quantity, those amount of cluster heads and sponsors under them. So they are scrambling to get people to fill their ledger, at least 700, in case if it is 700, as we heard, 700 names in a ledger. So by the special grace of God, let's be relaxed. Although it has started, but now is the appointed time. God will not fail us. It's already between Ken Wakama, Apostle Ken Wakama, and Organ Pressure Group. The ball is in their court now. So since it's in their court, that means it has come near to us. We shouldn't be afraid at this particular point in time. Thank you.